Who's on the phone, Fritzy?
He says his name is Ernest from Atlanta.
Ernest from Atlanta. Hey, Ernest.
I am a long-time listener, first-time caller, Dan.
Do you work?
What?
Do you work with a couple of knuckleheads at night?
Three as a matter of fact.
Ernie Johnson of AT&T. Hi, Ernie. Thank you for calling.
Dan, how are you, man?
I'm doing great now. I had some dark years. I saw the attention you got a couple of years ago, and I wanted to double down and get a little bit of that. That cancer love.
Yeah, I hear you. Look, I saw that. I saw a couple of things. The first thing I saw yesterday was the nice stuff he said about our show, which was really, really cool. And then I had no idea until later that you had talked about what you've been dealing with for 7 years, man. And I just I can't tell you how much respect I have for you. And look, I know how difficult that is. Even though, look, we do this stuff on the air for a living, but it's hard to talk about yourself and be honest about things that you're facing. And the way you did it was just so honest and so classy and so it's so heartfelt. And man, I just want you to know how much we're all supporting you, and that prayers up for you, man, because doing what you do for that long a time each day, and then to be dealing for 7 years with something that doesn't make you feel 100%. I mean, I can't imagine how you pulled that off. And you certainly fooled me, man, because when we were at the Final Four and I was on your show at across from the arena, that was such a cool day. And I told our PR guys afterwards, I said, that show was so much fun to do because we're at the Final Four, and never once in 10 or 15 minutes did we talk about the Final Four. We talked about how cool it is to do what we do, and thought about mistakes we'd made on the air and laughed about it. And man, it just came back to me that day. I said, how fortunate we are, how blessed we are to be doing what we're doing. And you've meant so much to so many people through the years. And I know you'll get this behind you, and it'll be smooth sailing. But for you to come out like you did and talk about that, and also to encourage people to look, don't be scared of what the doctor might say. Go, make sure everything's okay. Go. And so you're a great example. And I love you, brother. I really do. And I have so much admiration for you. I'm going to stop being so sad.
Thank you, Ernie. I mean, it'd been nicer if Shaq or Charles called in, but look, it's still nice. I mean, I'll take what I can get. Even Kenny, but thank you.
You know what? I know exactly why Charles isn't, because he's so nervous right now, because this is the day that we play the Black Masters here north of Atlanta in Brazelton. Did you not know about this? He dubbed it the Black Masters. We played the first one last year. It was just me and Chuck and Chico, our head of security, and Jerome, who's another one of our friends. It was just the four of us. And I won the coveted black jacket. Now, today, we've increased the field. Here, get a whole load of who's going to be teeing it up here today in an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's me and Chuck and Chico, as you all know, and Grant Hill, and Gary Sheffield, and Chris Webber. I know I'm leaving somebody out here too, but it's like folks who have been on the air at Turner. So there's 8 of us, or 7 of us. Steve Smith was a late scratch for some reason. But yeah, we'll be up at Chateau Elan up here in Brazelton, playing the Black Masters.
Hey, thank you for reaching out.
That's why Charles hasn't called.
Now, Shaq doesn't play, right?
No, he does not play.
Okay. But I want you to tell me this. I know you got to run, but Shaq seems pretty serious with Charles about that he's not taking any of his junk here. I mean, it's like close to go time between these two.
People have thought it's close to go time for a long time, but no. And I think this 3-day window that we have off, where ESPN and ABC have the games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, comes at just the perfect time. Shaq was a little frosted the other night with the clock being left very little time, but his explanation of how, look, we're supposed to go from 1 to 2 to 3, and we went from 1 to 2 back to 1, will resonate with me for the rest of my life. So, no, nobody's throwing hands on that set, and if they do, they're going to have to deal with me, Dan. And
okay.
Really, you don't want any of the smoke.
I do not. But when I see at the sports Emmys, it might be go time between us, Ernie.
Between you and me?
Yeah, it might be. If you guys win.
I don't,
Ernie, look, I revealed this condition. I revealed this medical condition right before the Emmys. I mean, this is this is my year.
But the votes are already in, or we wouldn't have known who's nominated.
I know.
Your timing's got to be better, Dan.
I'm on drugs, Ernie.
Your timing, Dan, has got to improve. You have to ask, when are the judges going to be reviewing tapes? When do they have to have their votes in? And then the big reveal.
Damn it. Paulie, you told me that the votes were not in yet.
My bad. Ernie's right.
I went through this whole thing yesterday. Never mind, Ernie.
DP, you are the absolute best, man. And remember, as you and I both know very well, it's an honor just to be nominated.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you. Hey, Ernie, tell Charles I said hello, and his golf swing is making me more nauseous.
No, you know what? It's one of those things. It's like an eclipse. You have to poke a hole in a shoebox and look at it that way.
Thank you, Ernie.
Love you, man.
That's Ernie Johnson from AT&T. He's been through his own health issues, far more serious than mine.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on VR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.